Jumping right in, we're gonna add some olive oil to a pan or a pot, and I'm gonna add some onion. I added about a cup of onions. If I forget the actual amounts, then everything will be in the description box. So please don't worry about that. And we're just jumping right in, y'all. So as you can see by the title, I'm making some lasagna, some vegan lasagna. It was bomb diggity, and I'm adding about 3/4 cup of red bell pepper to the pot, and we're gonna let it saute. I added a little salt, not much, just to get it to like break down even further. And apologies, my videos come out like I'm whispering to y'all, but I promise you, I'm like trying to use my outside voice, and it's just I don't know. But once that gets sauteed down till the onions are a little more translucent, then we're going to be adding about 2 teaspoons of some minced garlic. You can add regular garlic if you want, but I was lazy and I needed to use what was left in this jar, so I just added that into the pot. I keep trying to call it a pan. And then we're gonna add this whole thing of Beyond Beef. No shade to Beyond Beef, but it is not my favorite. I'm not huge on meat alternatives, not only for the fact that they're processed, but also because like Beyond Beef, for me, Beyond Meat is very heavy on my stomach, and my stomach does not always agree with it. So if you don't want to use this, then feel free to use like mushrooms. I think mushrooms would be work really well with this recipe. Probably shiitake, because they're more meaty if I'm not mistaken. So we're just gonna break down this Beyond Beef and break it up into the pot. Oh my gosh, it's a pot. Anyways, so we're gonna break that down, cook it till it's, I don't know, done-ish. That's the thing also, is like with actual ground beef, you can tell when it's like cooked because it turns colors and stuff, but this one, a little less so. So we're kind of winging it, but you know, cook it until it looks like it's cooked. Girl. Anyways, and so after that, we're gonna be adding some seasonings to our pot. Eventually. Ciao. Oh yeah, here. Okay, so we're gonna add some more salt. Just a little. We're gonna be layering salt because I don't want to use a lot, but you know how that is. Sometimes it needs it. I'm adding some thyme, about a teaspoon of thyme, right on in there. We're gonna add some salt-free seasoning. I think I picked that up at the Dollar Tree. And I just used the rest of whatever was in there, which was about a tablespoon. Then we're gonna add some black pepper to taste. And I mean, not too much, not too peppery. We're gonna add some paprika, about 2 teaspoons. I like smoked paprika. I didn't have that. And then we're gonna add some Italian seasoning, 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, and some tomato paste, about 2 heaping, I say in my notes tablespoons, but that looked like a teaspoon to me. So we'll just use our discretion on that. And it is sticking to the bottom, but that's fine. Don't worry about that. Next, I'm gonna be adding some pasta sauce. I use the garlic and herb pasta sauce from Hunt's. I think that's just my go-to. And I used 2 cans, and then like I used like a little bit of water to like get the rest out. Anybody else do that? Please tell me somebody else does that. But you know, just to get the rest of the stuff out, I added some water, just a little bit, and that's gonna help get the stuff from the bottom up as well. And we're gonna stir it, let it do its ting a little bit, taste it, see what else it needs, see what else it wants. I needed a little more salt, so I'm adding a little more salt, not too much though. And then we're gonna add some vegetable bouillon. I added about a tablespoon. Yes, about a tablespoon of that. Mix that in, incorporate it well. And then we're gonna add some agave, because I don't really use sugar like that, but I do use agave. So I had blue agave just to get the canned and the acidity from the tomato based stuff out. You feel me? If you know, you know. Yes. Then I'm adding like a lot more salt and a little bit more agave just to balance it because it needed both. But again, use your discretion. You do not have to, like, taste as you go. You'll know when you know. We're going to let that do its thing. Next, we're going to be doing the vegan, what's it, the cheesy part. What is it? They're like ricotta cheese? I don't know. But we're using the Violife cream cheese. As you see here, the whole packet, the whole thing, girl. Add that in. Add that. We're going to be using a bigger bowl because I needed it. Then we're going to be adding some firm tofu. We're just going to break it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. It'll break up even more once we get to mixing. But, you know, just breaking it up to make it a little easier, a little more malleable as the time goes. And we are going to do the whole thing. My mom, she was like giving me the side eye about this, like the cheese part of my lasagna. And I'm like, you got to trust the process. So hopefully y'all trust my process. It came out amazing. Next, we're going to be adding some Daiya mozzarella shreds, the whole pack. This was before inflation, obviously, because who has the time, who has the money for a whole pack of freaking, for one recipe? Oh my goodness. But anyways, another bowl here. We're going to be mashing it up, incorporating it. Add a little bit of water as we go, which, oh yeah, the whole pack, girl. We adding the whole pack. Why did you not skimp around over here? But again, that was before these grocery prices started giving me sticker shock the way it is now. You feel me? But we're going to be seasoning this as well. We're going to add a little salt, not too much, just a little dash, a little bit of pepper as well, right on into the bowl. And we are also, girl, get this camera together. My goodness. Ciao. And then we're also going to be adding some parsley, about 2 tablespoons. So like, don't be scared. We're going to be adding some oregano, about a tablespoon of that. We're going to add some thyme. Where's the thyme? Thyme, tablespoon of that. Yeah, we're seasoning this up. Oh, and nutritional yeast. I used a lot of nutritional yeast. So I think overall, I ended up using like a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast just to make it cheesy. And then you saw me add a little water. I believe overall I ended up adding 1/3 to 1/2 cup of water just to make it work, make it twerk. However, again, use your discretion. Add a little bit as you go. You'll see at the end what I mean by it. Just like, it's gonna end up looking like, is it ricotta cheese. It's gonna end up looking like that, how you put it on your lasagna. You know, if you know, you know what the cheese from lasagna be looking like on the inside, if you've ever made it or if you've ever eaten it. Come on now. So adding a little bit more water, stirring it up. Bowl is not gonna stay centered, so don't judge. But that means we're working these clumps out. As you can see, it's looking like something. It's looking like something. Just believe, you gotta trust me, you guys. And so we're gonna keep working the clumps out. The clumps are basically just the Violife cream cheese that we added, and it's basically gonna look a little something like that. A little cheesy, but we're gonna add some more nutritional yeast. Again, I think overall I added about a 1/4 cup. And I also added some salt-free seasoning. I opened up another bottle of that, and I added about a tablespoon of salt-free seasoning. And we're just gonna mix until we get it exactly how we want. Again, don't forget to taste as you go. Don't be scared, it's all good. So here we have our pasta sauce, the red sauce for our lasagna, doing its thing. It looks great. Here we have our lasagna pan. You see that, giant lasagna pan. That's what I got from the store. Those are the dimensions, freshly cleaned, freshly washed. I couldn't find uncooked noodles that were like ready to go. So I had to boil my noodles. I boiled them until they were al dente because you gotta cook them a little longer in the oven. And then you also saw my cheese sauce. So now we're gonna layer. We're layering in on the bottom a little of the red sauce so that the noodles do not stick to the bottom of the pan. Yes, indeed. We're gonna do a layer of noodles. I think I layered in 4. In my second and third layer, I added 5 so that it covered the pan better. But you'll see that when you see it. So here, I added my 4. Yeah, I added 4 noodles. Just straight across like so. And then we're adding more sauce. I think I was a little more generous with the sauce. There were no leftover things. Nothing left in the pans, nothing left in the bowls. We're using up all of our stuff. So I am using I'm using the red sauce. Yeah, generously. Then we're gonna add our cheesy mixture and we're gonna try to like spread it out a little bit. Just a little, a lot. And again, I'm using the everything, so don't be scared to get up in there. I think I used like half of the mixture on this one layer alone. I don't remember how many layers. Let me see. Yeah, I did 2 layers, girl. So like basically like half. Don't be scared. Get up in there, cover it. You're doing great. Then I washed some spinach. I wanted some color. So I washed some spinach and I added that as well. And I used the whole pack of spinach. Yes, I did. Did I use a small one? I had to have, right? Yeah. So anyways, then I'm adding my next layer of noodles. And you're going to see that I did it this way and then I had to move some stuff around because I felt like it wasn't covering the pan like I wanted it to. So we're going to move those up a bit. I added 5 across and then I also added 1 on the bottom. I had to break it off so it could fit properly, but we're making it do what it do. So that's our next layer. And then we're adding more sauce. Be generous with that sauce. I don't know, I like a saucy lasagna. Whenever I go, I feel like the sauce is low-key. Sauce and noodles is the best part to me, personally. But if you don't like sauce like that, you can customize this however you want to. Then we're adding more cheese. We're adding the rest of the cheese mixture. So we're getting in there, spreading it out, doing our best at least, and just making sure that it gets all over. We don't want one bite to be like all cheese, you know? That kind of freaks me out on some sensory stuff. So we're gonna just spread it out. We're gonna do our best. It doesn't spread easily. It's a little bit of a challenge, but we like a challenge. We like a little bit of a challenge, don't we? We don't back down from challenges over here, not on this channel. Then we're adding the rest of our spinach. I had to have used a small pack because there's no way I use like one of those huge packs of spinach. That doesn't make any sense. So spread that out. We're gonna layer in our noodles. I learned this time that I'm doing 5 across, 1 on the bottom, I think. See, now I don't even know. I did 4. Yikes. Obviously, I don't know. But them noodles were sticking and I tried so hard to let them, make them not stick, but they did. So if they stick, it's all good. No one's gonna know. It'll all be eaten anyway. You feel me? Then we're gonna add in the rest of our red sauce. The rest? Yes, I'm looking at notes like I know what I'm doing. The rest of our sauce is gonna go in. Gonna put that all over, make sure it's nicely spread out, evenly coated, not too much in one area. And yeah, we're just layering that in. Oh yeah, that's the last of the sauce. That's not too bad. It worked out. It actually worked out really well. And I think it was pretty evenly layered, all of the layers across. So that was good. And then I got another pack of Daiya mozzarella shreds, and I think I used the whole pack yet again. See, that's what I'm saying. I definitely made this like not this year. I think it was last year. And I'm just now getting around to editing it. So sorry about that. But we used the whole pack of the mozzarella shreds, and look at that. I had some bread rolls, potato rolls, I think. And who said that vegan cheese don't melt? Who said that? Who said that? Because my cheese was melting. My cheese was melted, period. And so that is it. That is our thing. I think I sprinkled it with a little parsley. Thank you guys so much for watching. It came out amazingly well. And I'm not just saying that. Like, it actually came out super good. I'm super impressed. If you liked it, if you want more recipes from me, then like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one, y'all. Bye.